Alright, you maggots. Lady young and old, just bad news. General Hawk got kidnapped, and everyone's running around like headless chickens. While some wonder how come other people get princesses and professors being kidnapped, we got our general kidnapped, which doesn't make sense. I'm not talking about it. So I rock and roll will be leading our group to deal with this matter. Duke, you're coming with me since he's your best friend. And who else shall I bring? Green Eye, just come on. Okay, now that will be enough. I think I should have stopped this by now. Yeah, that sounds crazy. But anyway, welcome to the game again, and now we are being lazy commando dropped into by a blackbird to the desert and hopefully to find General Hawk. And for when it comes to heavy gunners, I admit I really prefer rock block. I really do not like rock and roll, but rock and roll is being chosen here, so let be. Rock and roll is the heavy machine gunner, while other heavy machine gunners only just carry one Gatling gun and run around. Rock and roll is those individuals that actually carry two heavy machine guns and run around, being kind of badass, which is kind of suitable because I'm now fighting a Manta, one of the most deadliest helicopters in the world, which is partly a fighter jet. Why do I say so? You see the strange cockpit in front, right? Actually, those are two small mini jets that can just be shot around. And yeah, that is kind of scary. I just sometimes wonder how come Cobra Command got the best weapons and only we have our guns, and our guns are not even that good if compared to them. Anyway, that I think is the purpose because that shows how awesome we are when it comes to combat. Now, as rock and roll is let's say jumping around and moving around the case, you can see that he is shooting his targets easily. He is one of those guys that actually have very strong heavy punches. Although it's not being shown in the game, but actually it's shown in the comics. There was one time that Joes need to let's say build a bridge or something, and they forgot to bring a hammer, and Rock and Roll just leaped forward and used his fist to punch the nail into the piece of plank and log just to have the bridge to be made, and he continued until the entire bridge was let's say built up. Just that you know, he was the prototype version of One Punch Man, you get me? Now, what are we fighting now? Based on my record over here, it should be a bug, BUGG, a heavy armor transport used by the Cobra Command, which is seldom seems because it is let's say kind of odd word. Okay, Storm Shadow. Oh, sorry. This is not Storm Shadow. This is Destro. I didn't expect that. For just put it this way, I don't think we'll be running into Storm Shadow because this is the final two levels, and Destro is a very important character over here that we need to talk about. Destro is the metal face in Cobra Command. He is also the person in charge of all the funding and all the weapons development in let's say in Cobra High Command, making him a very important person. He knows how to fight, he knows how to lead an army into battles. So there's one question I need to ask here. Why didn't he just usurp Cobra Commander and Serpento and let's say take over everything? No. Destro is not that stupid. For him, business comes first. The smart Scottish knew how rebellion works. If it fails, all the leader must die. The top must die. So all he needs to do is to play as one of the let's say soldiers, or let's say one of people who is just following orders. And by putting it in that way, right, he will be let's say avoiding a lot of responsibility, and people will not find him to be blamed. They can blame Cobra Commander all they want and they don't have to. Oh, what the hell? Oh, okay, people, allow me to introduce you all to Golobus. Who the hell is Golobus? I, as a comic fan, have no idea who Golobus is, but if you're a cartoon fan, you know this guy. He is the monster, or let's say the leader in Cobra La. Now, if you're asking about Cobra La, what is that? In the comic, they come out with their own recon when mentioned that Cobra Command is not a terrorist unit but the underground monster that wants to take over the world. Okay, oh, it turns out to this rubber face was General Hawk. which I can't blame them because General Hawk design changed time to time. There was once General Hawk wearing a helmet with, let's say, two sunglasses on it, and there was a time where he was wearing a, let's say, a military cap and a pair of sunglasses. His design changes time to time, and now let's fight Destro in his, let's say, Destro command drone vehicle. Now, if we are talking about Destro, I mentioned that he's Scottish. I think that was the reason why he's waving that, let's say, saber on his hand. Yeah, Scottish. I know it does look like a katana, but the Scottish blade is actually kind of like this. And yeah, he does give us a Storm Shadow look. Now, if since we're talking about Storm Shadow and we already talk about the, let's say, Destro and his life, yeah, he's Scottish. He has a beautiful wife known as Baroness, and these two are the most dangerous individual we're talking about Cobra High Command. Now, with Destroy being killed, let's go to the final boss, which thankfully is not Serpentor but Cobra Commander. Now, some people say, hey, the whiny guy that sounds a lot like Starscream. Yeah, the voice actor is actually Starscream's voice actor. Why him? Shouldn't it be Serpentor, the smarter guy of the group, who have all the genes or let's say DNA of all the very famous and powerful leaders in the world, or let's say military commanders in the world? Shouldn't he be the leader? No. For I just put it this way to you, Serpentor is definitely not a leader that you want. Or not the final boss that you want to, let's say, to fight Cobra Command. Now Serpentor is a guy who walks around in a flamboyant coat that looks like a giant cobra. If that's not stupid enough, he was a guy that actually came out with the Cobra battle cry. Really? While G.I. Joe yelled Yo Joe, and you can see General Hawk's jetpack is kinda awesome. G.I. Joe yelled Joe Joe no doubt, which is a very good battle cry and simple. Do you know what Serpentor invented for everyone? The Cobra battle cry is this. Just listen and see if you like it. Cobra la 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 la. That was Serpentor's battle cry, which he is the only one who uses it. No one else uses it because it's funny and stupid as hell. And just put it this way, I do not know if Serpentor got the gene of all those famous, let's say, military leaders, but he does have the egomaniac of Alexander the Great, who was kind of a crazy and let's say delusional idiot. And to let him lead the entire army, yeah, that's not a good idea because you want someone that is cunning, someone that is sinister, someone that who knows how to set up death traps to let's say drive you crazy or let's say destroy your image. That is an enemy commander. That is a bad guy leader you want. That is the bad guy leader I want. Which Serpentor isn't. Serpentor is just a crazy looking gigolo that looks like a snake. Not helping. Really. So to have Cobra Commander to be the final boss, that is true, that is far better. And I admit his cowardness does add into a lot of comic relief, but on the other hand, he uses this to make sure that he is to be avoided to be harmed or killed. And with that in mind, and you or let's say Serpentor will be let's say smart or less stupid enough to let Cobra Commander be, tell me what are the chances for him to let's say come back again and stab you at the back? Now, that is what you call a sinister commander or a sinister villain should look like. He should not be let's say the Snow King. He should not be the Ice King or the Frozen King. He should be a little bit more like Littlefinger. And that is scary. And how come Cobra Commander was changed from a Cobra Snake into a human being? This doesn't make sense if you are from the comic. But if you're from a cartoon, as I mentioned, Cobra Command is from a city called Cobra La. They are all lizard people. And yes, because of that, Cobra Commander used to be a snake. But for comic readers, we all know that he used to be a used car salesman that decided to start a terrorist organization to scare the shit out of everyone, which he did from nobody to monster. That's kind of it. It's kind of stupid. I prefer with the cartoon version. Yeah, the cartoon version is far better. Yes, although it snake people to snakes, but yeah, that was a better story. It's very hard for me to digest a second car salesman to let's say destroy the world. And that's the end of G.I. Joe. So how do I fare it? It's awesome. It allows you to plan, think which let's say mate you want to bring, which teammates you're gonna bring to a certain battle, and who to upgrade. And the upgrade cubes does not allow you to upgrade everyone, so you need to prioritize. Although at the end game they did give you General Hawk with a jetpack, that is a game killer, but eventually that was not the case. Furthermore, you get to see all those famous and infamous Cobra vehicles. Sadly, we seldom see the Joe's vehicles in here, but I'm not gonna make too much complaint here. They already have too much on the plate, and for an NES, that is a very, very small plate. So, no complaint here. And the vehicles look cool, the vehicles look fine. Not to mention not to mention that you need to plan your strategy well if you want to win the game. So overall, yes, this is a good and fun game that deserves our attention. And if you got a chance to try it, make sure to try it. And if you do get a chance to get a sequel, take it. Yes, it's as worth as this and even far better, which I will be talking about tomorrow. So see you then and have a nice day.